Okay, alright, this appears to be giving me audio mic feedback and switching correctly, which means I'm recording. And so this is, I had a million things I wanted to show you. I'm gonna just watch. So this is the odoo for our junk removal company in Kennesaw or Marietta, and I've had this big, massive project of exporting our accounts and deals and so forth from Zoho and bringing them into Odoo. And because there's dollar signs attached to some of these entries and spreadsheets and stuff, I've put it off for so long. And the other day, I asked this browser assistant. I said, "Hey, will you take this spreadsheet full of a different spreadsheet? Will you take this spreadsheet full of contacts and just like, you know, put them in Odoo with no prompting, no prior training, no, to my knowledge, no exposure to Odoo specifically. It gave its internal monologue of what it was thinking, and it took like 35 minutes. It took maybe 10 minutes for it to correctly click through these, to navigate through certain drop downs and selections and so forth. It will click the wrong thing and it'll say, wait, this isn't the screen I was supposed to be looking at. This has, such and such on it. It will it will logically find its way to where it needs to be and then perform the task. And it'll backtrack and fix things and correct itself until it has a correct definition, a correct model of what it's supposed to be doing. So it teaches itself the interface, just contextually, So this is not what it put in. And but that's what I was like, holy shit, this thing just navigated the browser, better than anybody else would have done it themselves if they had never seen the software. So I decided to give it this massive task of merging all of our old accounts with our new accounts and setting up a new accounting journal to represent old accounts that aren't actually in our accounting currently, and all of this. So this is, by the way, truthfully, honestly, a fresh, like this is a pure test. I'm going to just do it live and see how it happens. And look, so these instructions, I asked Gemini to define the steps, right? Told it what we were doing and so forth, and then it created a structured outline of the two sets of instructions for this thing to follow. So we're gonna see. I will need to bring these into this browser, because this is where the agent resides, and it can look up stuff from other places, but it's vastly, vastly easier for it to have everything in the browser already. And oh, you can't see what I'm doing. So I moved the instructions over to the assistance browser. And if I can remember, that's not it. That's it. So this is to set it up to receive the historical import. And this is the preparation of the export files. And then this is where it creates the new stuff and begins merging it. So this is one and this is two. So let's shit. I feel self-conscious now. We're in the process of merging all of our historical accounts and the transactions associated with them and the contacts associated with them from our old CRM into the new CRM from Zoho CRM to Odoo. I have the export of our deals and accounts here. And I have instructions for you to lay the groundwork first, and then lay the groundwork and create all the fields and things we need inside of Odoo to prepare for the merge, and then a separate set of instructions to format the export CSV or the Google Sheet rather, and prepare it for import. And then the import instructions are on the same document, the second document. And both of those will be pasted here. Please read through them. I heard you're not supposed to say please because it's a waste of tokens and it doesn't accomplish anything. Actually, they respond better if you're mean to them and you threaten them. Okay. I don't want it to know that part. Okay, and I said this extensive like this kind of extensive thing I'm doing is more like for my own safety. It's error reduction, you know. And sometimes you overdo it, and sometimes you vastly overdo it, like you way over explain something, and you're trying to be all correct, and it actually just upsets the thing because it will try to follow yours. It might actually just confuse it completely. So it's like you have to figure it out. Um, but this is thorough. It has a structured way of approaching it, and blah 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 blah. Let's see what it says. Flow instruction. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. Let's find out. So it's gonna tag all of them too. I won't import to Yoda. You just have to run a preview. Blah blah blah. How will you do the preview? Go. All right. So okay. So yeah, this is yeah. It also needs to be logged into stuff because this is a proxy for your agency. So you assume the liability by logging into your accounts. It will not like look up passwords and do all kinds of stuff for you. Um, okay, so watch this. So it's selected the screen and it's like clicking stuff. I'm not gonna make you watch the whole thing, by the way, but I guess I will record it so you can watch it if you want, because I want to see this too. Okay, so let me. The thing I had to figure out, because I really didn't completely know for sure either. Like you do have to have the account first, and then the deal associated with the account, and or any contacts associated, and there's like an order of operations, you know. I have no idea what it's doing in here. Oh, it's activating developer mode. Why? Oh, it's okay. So it's the external identifier, I guess, is the Zoho tag it created, I think. Anyways, I'll stop talking and I'm gonna let this thing record and see how it does. Because if it's, dude, okay, the reason I wanted to show you this is imagine how much work you can get done when you can have a report, complex report running in one set of tabs. You can have a some routine recurring task, maintenance like task in another tab. You can have it checking emails and prompting you with new incoming emails and suggested replies. Like you you can manage the entire CRM, one person, or one seat, one agent. This gives me panic attacks. This is the thing that has been giving me panic attacks. Is kind of anticipating this, and it's way earlier. I didn't expect this good of an agent in a browser this quickly that can do things with so few instructions, and it just piggybacks on your permissions, your accounts and credentials and stuff. Okay, so I'm not even like trying to see if it's paying attention, but it has to go through and create a quotation for each one, update the status of the stage of the quotation to like a sold deal, and it's very likely to mess up this date range thing. Okay, sometimes it does. Actually, every time it does. So I don't know how it learns things in the background, and I guess it doesn't really matter right now. It does correct itself and learn things over time, and you can specify things. You can say, forward slash memory or something, and ask it to create a specific memory for a specific context. And you can also do things. I don't want to mess it up. You can create custom shortcuts, and these are just complex tasks that are specified in natural language, and it will do this shortcut clip to client. The instructions are take the selected text or the body if I've selected a whole page or something. Take the selected content and paste it in a memory log for associated with a certain client, whatever client I specify. So I select something, I say click to client 678 rid junk, and it will take all of that content, it will format it in a very particular way, add sort of timestamps to it, paste it into a Google Doc that I specified for the client, and keep an ordered log of memories, things that I need to remember and recall. And I can ask it later, you know, I can have a recurring shortcut, a recurring task to prompt me anytime something comes up that's like contextually whatever, kind of what I'm trying to say. It's a completely arbitrary task, but it's like, hey, I want you to remember this for me so you can remind me in the future when I'm not thinking about it. If I'm looking at something that it might be relevant to, mention it. That's kind of the idea. And it did it. It formatted everything correctly. It hasn't reminded me of anything yet. But these are like your templates, these are like CRM templates or something. Massive, massive, massive. saves time. Um, this is just like a 10x of that kind of thing. I'm gonna stop talking. See ya. Yeah, I'll check back in and show you the like output of the live thing, unless it's almost done. I think it is.